First I left old England shore, such yarns as we were told, as how folks in Australia could pick up lumps of gold. So when we got to Melbourne town, we were ready soon to slip and get even with the captain and scuttle from the ship. With me swag upon me shoulder, Black Billy in me hand, I travel the bush of Australia like a true born native man.
G'day, what's going on guys and girls? Ful-O Gold here, and you may remember a while back I did a video on running 7 buckets of pay dirt. Well, today I've got about 14 buckets of pay dirt, and they've been sitting there for a while, but I finally got around to it because winter's always crazy for me, so work's slowed down a bit now, and I might be able to have a bit of a play around with the sluice and that. And we got that set up in the background, just ticking away there. It's at 14 degrees pitch on the first half, and then it flattens out to maybe 5 or 4 degrees pitch on that lower half of the sluice there. So it's just sitting there ticking on idle just for noise sake, and I'm going to run this through, and it's from that pay dirt's from the same place, the same area that I got from the last time. So I might be able to put a link there on that video to show you the results there. But anyway, I'm going to run this through. Unfortunately, it's a one-man band here, and I don't have a tripod, so you won't be able to see me doing much work. But hey, I love work. I love watching people do it. So, so what I'll do, I'll run it through, and then I'll show you guys the mats afterwards. I'll put it in a pan. Sorry about the wind too, but we're going to do it. Alright, Ful-O Gold. Righto guys, I shut down and I'll let the mats kind of dry out a bit. Bit of a gust up. Water out of the grizzly was going to my boot, but anyway, you get that. So, not too sure if you can see, if I can try and get it to focus, but I'm seeing some, where's my finger, there it is. I'm seeing some nice bits of colour packed in along here, and I'm seeing a bit more up along here, and as you get to the top here where the grizzly, the gold drops down through the grizzly into the miner's moss, you can see a few nice larger flaky looking stuff there. So I'll be interested to see what's in under this stuff here, and that's the top mat. I don't expect to see much on the bottom mat, so that's why I didn't show you. So I'm going to throw it into this pan, and I'll pan it down to a reasonable size, but you can see it, and then we'll have a look there. So I've cleaned that them concentrates up, but what I want to talk to you first though, just share a tip, and it's called the exchange rate of your sluice. Now what I mean is what a lot of people have a fear of is of losing their gold, and that's fair enough, I can understand that. Run 1 metre of dirt and you want to get the gold out of it. Now the idea of mining is you want to get that gold out as fast as you can. You don't want to spend too much time recovering that gold, because then time is money in the mining industry, and that's how you work out your costs, whether whether it's going to be payable or not to go ahead and mine a certain area. So what you need to work out then is how fast you feed your sluice. Now generally, if you're going to run a fair bit of material, you want a longer sluice. This gold hog's got the piglet. Gold hog has got the extension on it, which is good for two things. You can set your last half of the sluice up to a more flatter angle, and you can have the top half fairly steep, so that allows every different, because gold isn't all the same size. It could be a flat flake, it could be a chunky sort of coarser sort of gold, so that requires different capture zones for your layout to capture that sort of gold. You know, now I'll give you an example. It's the bus example. I've talked about it before in an older video, but you can imagine a bus and it goes to pick up its customers at different bus stops. Now you go to the first bus stop, picks up 10 people. You know, those 10 people find a spot, and then the bus goes to the next stop. Some people get off at that stop, but maybe another 10 people get off, and then the next stop, and maybe 15 people get on, and only one person gets off. Now what happens if that bus keeps going and not enough people get off? Yeah, the bus is going to become full, isn't it? So what happens then? Well, the bus goes to a stop, the bus is full, well, that person misses out. Now those people could be likened to little gold pieces, or actually your capture zones in your manning or your riffles, whatever you want to call it. If you've got a lot of riffles or capture zones full, and you keep feeding your sluice, then that gold's going to keep going and going and going, and straight out the end, because it hasn't found anywhere to hide or to be captured, because it's full of other material, heavier materials being exchanged. Because as the water flows over these, it's working. It's separating the lighter materials from the heavy materials. At the same time, keeping those heavier materials such as gold captured, and the lighter stuff gets worked out. So the trick is to feed a fair bit of material, let it come down, work a bit, and then stop for maybe 20 seconds or so, just to let the mats work. Or in effect, the bus stops at a stop, 10 people get off. You throw another batch of material in effect, 5 people get on, another 10 people get off. Then you might throw a bigger, heavier shovel full, or if you're running buckets, maybe the equivalent of 20 people get off, and then only you let 5 people get off. But then your next shovel full will only be a smaller one, and you wait 20 seconds, so 5 people get on, 15 people get off, and then so doing that, you've fine-tuned your feed rate or your exchange rate to run your sluice at the maximum equivalent, not the maximum equivalent, the maximum efficiency rather. Therefore, you're recovering the most gold for time ratio. So sorry I rambled on a bit, but I just think that's something that you guys would like to know, because there is a bit of a science to gold sluicing. However, hopefully that makes sense to you. Now, this is what I got out of those 14 odd buckets. And I haven't weighed it yet, but I wanted to just show you guys that's what I got out of that run today. And I guess maybe I spent probably 45 minutes, maybe a little bit less. And there's some nice sort of flakier bits up here, but you can really see the fine stuff though that I'm picking up out of that gravel, that alluvial gravel. So I'm pretty happy with that. I'm gonna up in there the Snuffleupagus bottle, and we're gonna go home and have a beer.